mean, the obvious big coming thing that everyone is talking about is the new generation of artificial intelligence tools. And while I think there's definitely, especially for smaller countries like New Zealand, real opportunities in being able to drive transformation, whereas obviously on the other hand, a lot of risks around privacy, data sovereignty, and other such implications from these tools. On the other end, I think what we are also seeing is really opportunities around increased mobility. One of the things we have seen coming out of the pandemic is obviously the fact that our workforce is more and more distributed. It's less in the same place. So all the different back-end technologies that enables that, whether it's secure remote connectivity tools or it's the various collaboration suites. For instance, you saw Microsoft Teams, soar up in amount of users during the pandemic, because people very clearly encountered what was before the limitations on it. So I think there's definitely going to be some more stuff we're going to see around how we collaborate and how we work together, especially in a really flexible environment where not necessarily many people are in a physical location together. I see the crucial elements that are going to enable innovation in New Zealand needing to happen a lot more down the stream. So in education, what we do to help our tamariki and rangatahi, so our young people, how we give them the skills and the knowledge for them to thrive in our very more digitally enabled world. So certainly, because even though we are a small, largely agricultural trading nation, still a lot of the investments we are doing are into the value add side of things. And a lot of those are becoming more technology enabled, such as agri-tech investments. So I really think it is very crucial that we have a more equitable way, so then all of our future generations will be able to participate in this new future, and we can really support and foster new forms of innovation that are happening. And I think this is essential so then New Zealand can thrive in this current world we are in, where things are going to be more and more digitized. Digital skills gap is frankly very huge in government. Everywhere I've seen, we're a small country with a relatively small public sector workforce. While our public servants do have a great amount of knowledge, we haven't necessarily been best at helping to get more people into that and attract people into our public sector from our universities or from our schools or whatever pathways they are into our public sector workforce. I think definitely, so obviously we need to really put a lot more investment into education, but also as government we need to do a lot as to how we attract and retain and also develop all our bright young talent, because New Zealand turns out a large amount of really bright, incredible people. But then on the other hand, we've got to make certain that this is equitable. So then we're getting as many New Zealanders that represents the broad nature of Aotearoa into this public sector workforce. Well, the simple answer is New Zealand is quite small. Our public sector is also relatively small, which means that it is better for us to collaborate, because often we're actually working on what are often the same set of problems, just with a slightly different flavour to them. And so therefore, if we share the knowledge as to how we do things, the lessons we have learned with our other public sector agencies where possible for various reasons, then it's going to significantly shorten the amount of cost and time for us to then deliver on what it may be that's going to help the citizens and the people of Aotearoa. I would like to say it is definitely worth taking the day or so out of your busy schedule to come to these events, because you'll meet lots of people who are working on really interesting things, and you're going to hear new approaches to the problems you encounter every single day in your job, and the learning you'll take from the presenters and the speakers will be invaluable in how you go about approaching the big problems you deal with on a day-to-day basis, and I think it will really help to drive innovation in our public sector.